Riddle me this. How did a person with no interest or knowledge in competitive Pokemon make it into one of the highest ranks in Pokemon Champions? Great riddle. Let me answer that with the story of how I, the person in question, got there. But before we start, a little disclaimer. I know Master Ball tier isn't the highest tier in Pokemon Champions, but getting to Master Ball tier is still really good for a person who's never thought about doing competitive Pokemon a day in their life. But anyways, let's get back to the story before we get, side quested. Before we even start. And if you like the video, make sure to like it and give me a subscribe. And then don't forget to check out me on Twitch. I'm live every Monday and Wednesday, 5 p.m. HST time. I'll most likely be streaming Champions, so come and watch. It'll be fun, I promise. Oh, and make sure to stay to the end, because I'm going to show you guys the team I used to get to Master Ball this current season. And trust me, you're not going to guess who's on it. But feel free to in the comments. Please guess, I want to see those. And then I want to see if you're right, because I don't think y'all are going to get it. But anyways, let's get started. Part 1. Where the story begins. Okay, let me set the scene. It's Pokemon Day 2026, and I'm watching and waiting for the obvious Gen 10 reveal, because, it was bound to happen. And, they go over some of their minor projects like Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Unite. I'm not really a big fan of those. I'm not really excited for that, but I'm sure they have their fans. But then we start getting to the heavy hitters. Boom! Pokopia. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be heat. That's gonna be a good game. Then, boom! Gen 10 reveal. I'm excited at this part. I'm like, whoa, hold up. This looks way better than the Scarlet and Violet trailers we saw when those first got revealed. And then, they get to the Pokemon Champions trailer and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's also coming out.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg.
Like, I'll give it a try. I'm not really excited for that either. I'm mainly excited for Gen 10 and Pokopia. But Gen 10 comes out in 2027, and that's very far away from when I'm recording this. And I knew I was already gonna play Pokopia, so I was like, should I try Champions? So I rewatched the trailer. I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'll probably drop it after like maybe 4 or 5 days or something, because it's not my cup of tea. But might as well just give it a try, get the hit of a new game. So yeah, turns out I didn't end up dropping it, and this is only the hours I have on my Nintendo Switch. I'm pretty sure this doesn't combine the hours I have on the mobile version. Part 2, the training arc. But before we start this section, let's first go over Champions ranking system. Okay, so there are 5 tiers in Pokemon Champions. You start in Pokeball, then you go up to Great Ball, then you go up to Ultra Ball, then you go up to Master Ball, then you go up to Champion tier. And at the start of every new season, you start back at Pokeball tier, no matter how far you made it in the previous season. And then you have to climb your way back up to the top, and that's how their ranking system works. After like 30 days, you're set back to 0. You gotta reclimb, another 30 days, set back to 0. Okay, so after playing a few matches, I was like, wait, do I like this? Do I like competitive Pokemon? Am I liking this? Yes, I am. And as for any competitive game I gain interest in, if there's a rank, leaderboard, any sort of like ranking system, I gotta be number 1 in that thing, like, or at least very, very high. If I can't get number 1, at least in like the top percent. Now, if you have any interest in something you want to do, whether it be like music, cooking, or stuff on the lines of that, like things you just want to do, you may already go in having some sort of knowledge on it already. Say, let me give the example of cooking again. Say like you want to do cooking and you're like, okay, well, I know how to use a stove, I know how to use a microwave, I know how to boil like water, I know how to cook some things. Like you have some of the pre-knowledge already, so like you're not going in just basically blind. And I definitely had some knowledge on the battle system before, playing Champions, kind of being, I just knew water was super effective against like fire, I knew type matchups, and yeah, that was kind of it. Kind of went in with that and hopes and dreams. Like, I'm being so dead ass when I say this. I had no clue what stats did. Like, I did not even know the difference between special and physical moves. I had no idea what priority moves were. And I did not know what most non-damaging moves did, like Encore. I had no idea what that did until Champions, and now I love that move. Would I have used it in a mainline game? No, never. I will never use that in a mainline game. But will I use it in competitive play? Oh, definitely. That's never leaving my Whimsicott's moveset. Never. And with the knowledge of type matchups, I was like, yeah, this shit's gonna be so easy. Cause you know, I've played every mainline game, so low-key, I'm already a champion in my own right. Nope, I was dead wrong. There's a big difference between battling an NPC boss and battling a real person. Big difference.
No, what do you do for a living?
Huh?
What do you do for a living?
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thank you.
what do you do for a living?
No.
What?
I learned that the hard way. Okay, so now we know where I'm at least knowledge-wise to the game. So let's get into how my actual first battle went, cause low-key it was kind of embarrassing at this point. It was embarrassing. So, if you don't know, there are two main formats you can choose to battle in Pokemon. That is singles and that is doubles. They ain't doing no triples, no rotation battles. Not here. And as of now, I only play doubles. Like, I cannot play singles for the life of me. I'm sorry, I'm not a singles person. It has to be doubles or I'm not doing it. But my first ever battle was in singles. That was my first mistake getting into the game, was choosing singles. And the only reason I chose singles is because that's how pretty much every mainline Pokemon battle went. It was always in singles format. You'd get a few double battles here and there, but it'd always be in singles. So I thought, hey, it's not gonna be that different. I know how to battle, you know, we send out a Pokemon each, you attack, I attack. I know that. And so, you know, I get my starter team, because once you boot up champions, you get like a random team of 6, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. I get to the Pokemon select screen. It says choose 3 out of 6 to bring. And I'm like, huh? Am I reading that right? Choose 3 out of 6. I don't get to bring all 6. Yeah, I didn't know you did not get to bring all 6. You chose 3 out of the 6 and then you go. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess, you know, like, I don't know. And I low-key didn't even know there was a timer. So I got timed out because I didn't make a decision in time. And the Pokemon it chose me with, because these were 3 of the Pokemon I had on that team, it chose Gardevoir, Azumarill, and Corviknight. And mind you, I had no held items, no nothing on them. They weren't built, they weren't trained, just how I got them out the box. And what a team that was. What a team that was. So I went in with those 3, hoping dreams and hoping for a win. Yeah, so I got my ass whooped so bad, I actually put the game down for a whole day, kind of sulked about it, went and played Pokopia. I was like, okay, I just ain't cut out for competitive Pokemon. Like, low-key, it ain't for me. It was a lot harder than I thought. Like, I got folded too fast in that match. But after that day, I decided to give it another shot. And I was like, okay, let's get serious about this. And then this time, I decided to do some research on competitive Pokemon before I step back in. And I found a lot of videos on how to get in and play competitive Pokemon. And some of my main takeaways from like the things I did watch were 1, team building, 2, using priority moves, 3, speed control, 4, Pokemon niches, and Pokemon abilities. And to be honest, the only ability I deemed useful before champions was pretty much Intimidate. Like, if a Pokemon had Intimidate, and like when I was playing through like a mainline game, I'd be like, yo, they so goated, they got Intimidate. If they had any other ability than that, I was just like, the fuck's this gonna do? And after all the research I did, which was basically just one long YouTube video and a few dozen TikToks, I made some teams with the information I gathered. And my first ever built team was a Mega Frostlass team. Only reason it was Mega Frostlass team, well, 2 reasons. 1, I really liked Frostlass and wanted to use her. 2, at the beginning of the game, people were just saying Mega Frostlass was really, really good. But let's be a little mindful at this point. I still don't really have a firm grasp on a concept of like a good team or good team building, you know, or Pokemon stats, you know, and some other things. But despite that, I was actually getting some wins. Not a lot, but I got enough to get me out of Pokeball tier and into Great Ball tier. But after getting into Great Ball tier, I started to kind of plateau with the team. Like, I would win a battle, lose a battle, but like I wouldn't progress to like the next rank, like say rank 1 if I was in rank 2 like I was stuck. And unfortunately, ranks did reset and I was not able to get out of Great Ball tier. So I did get plopped right back into Pokeball tier where I started, and I was like, dang. Well, maybe this season, just try it again. And I was like, okay, maybe let's do a new team. And that new team was a Mega Altaria team. Insert Mega Altaria edit right now.
You really are my best friend. I love you, B.
Yep, let me hear that applause, future me, when you edit that in. Now see, I chose Altaria because I really like Mega Altaria, and I was like, we're gonna get to Master Ball together, twin. I feel it. I feel it. And this team was a little better because I researched a little more on how to team build and stuff. Because I added a Whimsicott and I think a Sneasler because I wanted to try the fake outs and I wanted to use Tailwind because that's what I saw a lot of other people doing at the time. I mean, a lot of people still do it right now. So it was good to learn those. It was good to have them on the team. And you know, we made it pretty far. We made it out of Great Ball tier and then we got to Ultra Ball tier. But then, surprise, surprise, we hit another plateau in Ultra Ball tier. We got up to rank 2. Kid you not, I could not get out of that thing. I could not get out of Ring 2. And then, you know, eventually the season was drawn to an end. I did not make it out of Ultra Ball. I got bunked down back to Pokeball and I was like, okay, this is really hard. This is a lot harder than I thought. So I decided to take another step back and do more research on team building because I had a feeling that's probably what's holding me back the most. And then, you know, from there I go super speeding through video after video after video after video, and I still don't really know how to build a team. Like I go after like after four videos I watched, I still did not know how to build a team. Like, and they were long videos, let me tell you. There was like a 10-minute one, another 20-minute one, another 10-minute, and then there was like a 30-minute one, and I watched all those and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I still don't know how to build a team. Low-key, it's not sticking. Something's not clicking. But throughout all the videos, they were going over at least some of the same points they just kept hammering in, which was one, having a core for the team, which is like they say fire, water, grass, that kind of core thing. Or they said, what was the other one? It was like dragon, fairy, steel. You know, just so they can cover each other's weaknesses. If you swap into one, say like you have a fire type out and you know they have a water type on the other side, they're gonna attack your fire type with a water type move. You're gonna probably switch into like a water type or a grass type, so it's not very effective, so it won't do too much. And then the other two things were speed control, having a Pokemon that can either boost your speed or block the other team's speed from being boosted, and then having a priority move on someone, whether it be like fake out, sucker punch, or like shadow sneak. They said make sure to have someone with a priority move, someone who can do speed control, and then that was it. That's pretty much all I gathered, or at least that's what stuck the most for me. And with the little knowledge I was able to gather that did stick in my brain, I made my final team to get me to Master Ball for the first time ever. And that team was Mega Swampert, Pelipper, Hisuian Zoroark, Whimsicott, Metagross, and Vanillux. And I just love how I built the team when they kept saying, do a core, have a core, build a core. I didn't have a core in this. I had 2 freaking water types and I had my Vanillux. I had my little ice cream cone. And I was like, yeah, this team works pretty well. What can go wrong? And with my newly built team, we go back to battling. And I want to say there was like 10 days left before ranks reset. So I was kind of stressing. So I was like, okay, so now we got to start really going after it. So I'm doing battle after battle after battle after battle after battle after battle. Whoa, sounded a little bit robotic there. And after a few wins and a few losses, we finally managed to break out of rank 2 in Ultra Ball. And I was like, oh, thank God. Oh my gosh, finally. I swear it was like purgatory. It was like joy baiting me every time I got close to leaving that rank. It was like I'd get so close, I'd maybe be like 1 battle win away from moving on. And then the game's just like, no, lose, back down. Ow, that pissed me off. It was like joy baiting me to no end. But we made it out, because you know why? The team was T as that's why. But when everything seems to be going well, boom, tragedy hits. I hit a losing streak and it's bad. It's really bad. I was not ready for that. So I got bunked down from rank 1 back into rank 2, then from rank 2 to rank 3. And then I was like, okay, damn, that was literally so much. I lost so bad. I lost like 6, maybe 8 battles in a row. Oh, I was pissed. Not like angrily pissed. I was just annoyingly pissed. I was like, what the hell just happened? What do you mean I just got bunked down 2 ranks? I just got out of the rank I was stuck in, and then I got bunked down a rank below that.
You're joking.
Like, I put the game down for the rest of that day. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not touching this till tomorrow. Like, low-key, that ain't happening. I can't handle any more losing right now. But fast forwarding, like 6 days later, with only 4 days left before ranks reset, I finally managed to get back up to rank 2, the rank I was stuck in for the longest time. And I'm like, here we go again. And I repeat another cycle of win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Then I get another win. Then I'm back into rank 1. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Finally. That took too long. That took too damn long for me to get back up here. And now I'm in the home stretch. Because low-key, I'm getting really close this time to Master Ball. Like, Master Ball is in my line of sight. Like, I'm seeing that finish line. Like, I'm so close at this point. But then I hit another win-lose, 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 win-lose streak. Little win-lose circle again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going through this again. I went through this in rank 2 and I'm going through it through rank 1. Like, I got so close, but I couldn't get that final win to bump me up to Master Ball. And at this point, I was low-key, I was losing determination to even get there. I was like, you know, at this point, there's only like, what, 4 days left before ranks reset. I think I'm just gonna let the ranks reset because I don't think I'm making it this season. I think I gotta wrap it up. Low-key, it's not happening. And so I queue into my last battle of the night. And that battle, it came down to the wire. It was really stressful. It had me clutching my fake non-existent pearls. Like, each of us had one Pokemon left, but ultimately, guess what? I won! And you know what that win gave me? That win gave me enough points to make it into Master Ball, and I was like, ooh! Ooh! I was ecstatic. I lost my words. I was like so in shock and awe, and I was like, whoa, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I did not think this was gonna happen. You know what I felt like? I felt like that one scene of Nanami Kento from Jujutsu Kaisen. At, like, you know, that beach scene where he's like, you know, like, he has like his arms out, he's got the wind blowing in his face, he has the sun beaming down on him, he's looking down at the beach. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I was like, yes, yes, finally. And I enjoyed and relished in those 3 days I had left in Master Ball rank, because then the ranks reset after that and I was back in Pokeball. But it's okay, because I made it to Master Ball and I was like, wait, if I can make it once, I can make it again. And I did. Part 3. The conclusion. And that's how I got into Master Ball tier as a person who's never played competitive Pokemon before. But wait, there's still a question lingering. Where am I at now with my knowledge on competitive play? Well, I'm glad you asked. I would say I have some pretty decent knowledge on how to play competitive Pokemon now. Now, am I saying am I the smartest at this? No, I'm not. I'm probably still far, far away from being, you know, pretty smart at this. But do I know a good amount to like keep getting into Master Ball tier and hopefully to champion tier? I would say yes. Now, am I gonna do this at any like big leagues, you know, like those like giant Pokemon tournaments or anything like that? Probably not. Probably won't ever do this at like a professional level or like, you know, kind of like serious level. But I might do a tournament just for the fun of it, to see how far I can get, because I do think doing a tournament sounds fun. And did I overestimate how well I would do on my way to Master Ball tier? Yes, I did. Majorly overestimated my skills. And I will keep trying to get to champion tier, or at least a higher Master Ball rank than rank 4 in champions, because we are still in the early stages of this game. There's still lots of stuff they haven't added in yet. Like, not all the Pokemon are in there, not all the items are in there, not all the gimmicks are in there. The only gimmick in there right now is Mega Evolution. There's no Z moves, no Terrestrialization, and no Gigantamax stuff. And I can't wait for them to add all that stuff into the game, because then I can make a whole bunch of new strategies, and hopefully one of those strategies will carry me to champion tier. And that's how I, a person who's never played competitive a day in their life, got to Master Ball tier in Pokemon Champions. Hello to everyone who is here to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope I told it well, because low-key, I don't think I'm a great storyteller. I feel like I get boggled down, or like I keep repeating some of the same things. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it turned out good. And thank you so much if you're like listening to this part, because that means you made it to the end. Thank you so much for listening. I'm super grateful if you did. Oh, and as promised, the team that got me to Master Ball this current season was Krookodile, Whimsicott, Mega Chandelure, Serena, Milotic, and Garbodor. Let me know in the comments if you guessed any of them, because I don't think y'all were gonna guess Garbodor. No one ever guesses my baby Garbodor. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening if you did. Catch you in my Twitch streams or the next video. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.